5-minute view from the Cop after a very, very late winner against Coventry City away 2-1, a game that flowed both ways. It could have been anybody that got the winner. Neither side looked comfortable defending, really. When they scored their first goal, it was a really, really soft goal. Defence was not really getting out to the player. He didn't really get hold of it very well, but I think Beadle seemed slow to get across, and I think you've got to be looking at maybe that might be a bit of blame for him, although he's done very well obviously this season, specifically this season, and he did okay during the match as well, but I think he seemed to get across a little bit slow, probably unsighted, but still you've got to be on your guard, haven't you, with those things. When we scored, they seemed to be getting quite a bit of possession, but it was tip-tapping around at the back. When we scored, we were really pushing at that time. Gassama, fantastic goal, really good goal, struck from distance. Then it comes back into the second half, and we just seemed, I think they had most of the game. They were really going for it, and it was starting to get a little bit tetchy. A few cards started being flashed around, but the referee seemed pretty good other than that. The winner come through to Shea Charles from Masaba, and he took it really, really well. They were talking about potentially that it could have been offside, but it's all done into it now. And when we think about the bad luck that we've had with QPR, the bad luck we've had with Luton, I think they say things even themselves out, and maybe this is it. So I think, we've getting those 4 points out of the last 2 games. I think we deserve 4 points out of the last 2 games, so I think that's pretty good. If we'd have only got one today, at one point it looked like we were hanging on for 1 point, and it looked like we weren't really going to be going for it, but maybe we caught them out in that sense, that they didn't expect that we were going to run for it, so they were pushing onto us. We always give them too much space. This is the thing, they always give them lots of space when they come onto us, and everybody gets back, but there's no challenges going in. So pretty happy with that, and I think we're now up to 14th on goal difference. We're 1 win away from 9th, so this is starting to look like where we should really be. I think, if we can keep picking up those points back home next, if we can keep that start. We just seem to not really grasp hold of the game at times. We did when we scored that first goal, but other than that, we seem to be just letting them onto us a little bit too much. Changes, because we had a few players injured. I don't know what happened with Windass, but he weren't actually in the squad at all, so I'm taking it he must have been injured. That Liam Palmer were out. Ingleson came in, probably for Windass. You can say, well, Ingleson and Gassama were sort of the forward winging players moving forward. Gassama had a decent game. Ingleson, I do like him because he does get stuck in. He's got a presence, and he does get stuck in. He's got a great foot on him, he can throw up ball. He's a very complete player. So we're now in the situation now where Mann's not actually been man of the match. He does a lot of running around, but the players with the higher rating seem to be around him. So we've had a few today. Shea Charles, he's looking like a fantastic midfielder. It's a shame he's not ours. Bernard again, excellent. Just looks so comfortable when he's got the ball at his feet. Segasama had a good game, and Valentin on that side. Maybe Valerie might have been a little bit to do with their first goal, but I think we look very comfortable. Jamal Lowe up front, he worked hard. Again, service is not that wonderful, but he put himself about a bit and did okay. They'd got Brandon Thomas Asante up front for them, and he's quite an handful, but we managed to cope okay with him really. So at the final whistle, Coventry City 1, Sheffield Wednesday 2. Happy days. See you next time.